The Grand Orrery at Dumfries House is one of the most beautiful objects in the collection. It's a model of the solar system that dates from the 1800s, and it is only one of 10 in the world. It is made up of complex gearwork and miniature celestial bodies, representing the sun, the earth, the moon, and the known planets at the time. Working on a drawing of such an important item was a great challenge, particularly because of how the drawing is made. The fall of light is expressed through delicate cross-hatching in ink. Like most complicated objects, the orrery also breaks down into sections, the most important structural element being the concentric circles that relate to the orbits of the planets. And even more challenging to draw was the relationship between the orrery and the outer case, which was made of glass and wood. The drawing started from observation and then was continued in the studio. Because I'm interested in the way that we perceive appearances, I don't work from photographs, and instead I refer to notes that I make while I'm looking at the object. I use a technique that was made famous by Whistler and Sickert, which involves standing in front of the object and making tonal relationships between the various parts, and then annotating the tonal relationship that exists between the various parts of the image. I use a technique that was made famous by Whistler and Sickert. It's a technique of tonal notation, which involves comparing the various parts of the image and making tonal notations, so that I can work from observation and memory in the studio, remembering what the object looked like. Because the orrery is so large and there were so many different tonal relationships to consider, I made photocopies of the drawing while I was at Dumfries House and annotated them in great detail, and then took these back to the studio. These working drawings have been essential for completing the drawing. Working on this drawing offered me the opportunity to reflect on the process of seeing. When we look at an object, particularly a large one, the human eye focuses on one point and one point only, while the rest of the image is out of focus. Because of this, I decided to articulate the drawing as a series of sections or compartments defined by the windows of the outer case of the orrery. I believe that it is only through working on a drawing of an object that you discover what it really means to you. And in the case of the drawing of the orrery, it slowly became apparent that what I was most interested in, what I wanted the drawing to be about, was the planets, the distance between them and the rhythm that they create across the image. The planets are the only part of the drawing that I have left blank. You're essentially looking at the white of the paper. So they look as if they're bodies of light hovering in space.